Okay, I'm in Lava Beds National Monument inside Catacombs Cave. This is the tube down to the lower end and also the crossover passage. I'm in the east tube, so there's the crossover passage to the west tube over there. This is the way I came down before. It's not a dead end, but this is the main tube, the main east tube. So I'm going to keep staying to the right to go through counterclockwise. Notice there's a big rock in the floor here, and it just matches the hole in the ceiling up there. So now you know where that rock came from. Mostly, so when that happens, it's called breakdown. That hole in the ceiling is a breakdown, and then this rock here, this is breakdown rock, as opposed to just the lava tube. Like all this is solid rock. It's green. So the rock here itself is obviously gray. This green stuff is alive. It's a hydrophobic bacterium. I'm not even sure how many species it is. See that little ramp over there? That's the shortcut. That's the way I told you I went before. It's a little bit tricky, but if you crawl, you can do it. Okay, notice there's a pile of rocks here. So I came through there. So I guess I'll go here. Notice all the greenery. Ooh, ah. See, the tube itself is big, but it looks like it's partially broken, blocked by breakdown rock. Now I could crawl down there. Notice there's mud and silt, but it just connects to the other passage. So there's nothing really to see over there that I haven't already seen. So instead of worrying about doing every little crossover passage, I'm just gonna go ahead and stay in this main tube. Excuse me, I had a good breakfast. Crawling around like this squeezes the gases out of me. Luckily it's just the, yeah, I'll spare you the details, but it's not too gross. Yeah, anyway, let's see if I can get through here. Like I said, it's not that hard, except the floor is on a slope. So I want to make sure that if I put anything down, it doesn't roll away to the left. This is my third flashlight today. I have 6 flashlights with me. One of them's been glitchy. 2 I've used up. So I've got this one and 2 more. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough battery life to do all the videos I want. I was gonna go through this lower end twice. Once clockwise, once counterclockwise today. But I'm not sure if the flashlights are gonna behave. Okay, so let me take a quick look around. That's the way I just crawled out. That's the way I originally went through. Notice the floor, instead of just being rock, there's mud and puddles. Kind of cool, huh? I think the map calls this the silt room. Notice there's a pair of arrows here. It says I can go left or I can go right. Since I already told you I'm going to try to stay to the right to go counterclockwise. Let me see if I can fit through here. Or sorry, let me see whether I can fit through here. Heaven forbid I'll have bad grammar. Anyway, notice the floor is nice and smooth. And then I get to climb up a couple feet. Notice there's like mud on their side too. And then I get to crawl through there. Luckily there's no bats in here. Last time I was here there was only 1 bat in the whole cave. Today I haven't seen any bats in this whole cave. But anyway, so I can use as much light as I want. I can talk as loud as I want. If there were bats, I'd have to be more careful not to disturb them. There are a few caves this winter. Same caves that close every winter. Like Hopkins Chocolate, I think is closed for the winter. Sentinel, I think is closed for the winter. Garden Bridges is closed for the winter. So if you want to explore lava beds, you actually have to come at least twice. Once in the winter when the summer caves are open, and then once in the summer when the winter caves are, however you say that. Wow. Look at this little formation here. That's very fragile. Please don't touch it. But yeah, it's pretty. But notice how the walls and the ceiling are all green where people haven't touched it. People touch it, they wear it down. It takes like 100 years to grow back. So I'll bet you when this cave was first discovered, the floor here was green too. But people have been walking all over the floor, wore it down. Like you can even see here, a little bit to the right, there's still some left. Okay, so that's the way I originally went through. So as you can see, this tube, it keeps splitting apart, coming back together, splitting apart, coming back together. So that's one of the reasons they say this cave can be confusing.